Hello, magic casters of all shapes and sizes. My name is Chance. Welcome to my Spellbook, and thank you so much for tuning in to the 23rd episode of our first level spelled series. And today we're going to be taking a look at one of the most poorly named spells in the entire game. Today we're going to be taking a look at Detect Evil and Good. What this spell sounds like isn't what it really is, for whatever reason. Usable by the Cleric and Paladin, and found in the good old trusty Player's Handbook. So everyone should have access to it. Without further ado, let's take a look at some mechanics here. Your cast time is the standard one action. Your range is self, but it emanates 30 feet from you in every direction, forming a 30-foot radius. The duration is 10 minutes, and it is a concentration spell, and the effect at a glance is as followed. If an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead is within 30 feet of you, you become aware of it. You can also tell where it is located. The same awareness applies to places or objects that have been consecrated or desecrated. The components are somatic and verbal, meaning you have to speak forth an incantation and gesture with one hand, and the school is, unsurprisingly, Divination. So not a... Yeah, a little bit to unpack there, but I'll get into that more later. Let's take a look at the full description here so we know what we're talking about. For the duration, you know if there's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located. Similarly, you know if there is a place or object within 30 feet of you that has been magically consecrated or desecrated. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but it is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. So, yeah, basically it lets you find aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead, as well as items that have that kind of stuff as well, and locations. So, very cool. Well, let's take a look at some alternative uses here. First and foremost, I'd like to point out the most common alternative use for this spell is to figure out who's possessed. That's incredibly useful. You could also bring it in with you to a storefront or a bargaining or market or something like that, and you could use it to find magical items. Even moreover, you can use it to figure out who isn't actually a human, which is one of the main uses for it, and to be honest, incredibly useful. And that's all we got for today, guys. If you have any alternative uses, any crazy stories, please comment them down below. I'd really like to hear them, and I know everyone else does as well. Thank you so much, guys, and as always, happy casting.